everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Hunt for Harmony. I'm James Hunt.
I am Jacqua.
And we want to welcome everybody who's tuning in tonight here on YouTube. This is our first episode on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, kind of. Some other stuff on here.
Yeah. But
like
officially.
The first official.
Yeah, officially.
Mm-hmm.
So please subscribe and like and share and all those other good things.
Mm-hmm.
To start, we're not counselors, we're not ministers, we're not therapists.
Pastors.
Yeah, we're none of those things. We're just a couple who have been married, who has been married 27 years, and we've had some issues in our marriage that could have destroyed our marriage, but the Lord brought us through it, and we just want to share our experiences and our thoughts with you guys.
Right. So now we coach. We are marriage coaches.
That's what we do. So I'm Coach James Hunt. This is Coach Jacqua Hunt. No.
I'm Jacqua.
And we are D1. We're not Division 3 or nothing like that. No.
Really? So some people are going like, D1?
What is he talking about?
What is D1? And some people are going...
The guys know what I'm talking about.
The women know what you're talking about.
A lot of women don't know.
Whatever.
Is that kind of sexist?
Kind of. You think? Some women know what D1 is. Be for real. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry. We got off topic.
We. You. Anyway. We, last week, if you watched, it would have been on Facebook. And we weren't there anyway.
Right.
We took a little break. But our last topic that we ran last week on Facebook was fair fighting or fighting fairly. So it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on our channel. So look for it. It's all about fighting fairly. And I know some people like to fight and they don't want to fight fairly. They want to hit below the belt. They want to go for the jugular. But if you really are interested in learning how to fight fairly, then we invite you to check out the vid about fighting fairly, because you're going to fight, So
you're going to disagree and you're going to have arguments. You're not going to fight. Okay?
Right. It may not be a fight.
No,
right.
I know what you're saying.
But you're going to disagree. So you might as well, adopt some tools that will help you do that in a way that won't derail your relationship for a couple of days or whatever, because you all hot and bothered.
Right. Well, tonight, we're not going to hold you too long, but we're going to talk about The Good Wife.
Not the television show.
Not the television show.
Did you even know that was a television show?
I think I did. I remember the title.
The Good Wife.
And you've heard us reference the Bible in the past, saying, "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing," But we're going to kind of flip that tonight, because I think there are some issues with women being that good thing that God would want them to be because of their husbands, because of their spouses,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're going to be talking to the husband, pretty much tonight.
Well,
okay?
He is.
I will.
I'm kind of listening too.
I'm sure she's going to chime in.
I didn't say I wasn't going to say anything, but
All right.
So for the bros.
To start out, why can't wives be the good thing that God said that they were?
Because they attach themselves to no, I'm kidding.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her on that one.
I'm kidding.
But it definitely can be related to the husband. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of men are insecure in who they are, what they've accomplished in life, even some of their experiences, that have made them feel less of a man. But this is an opportunity for them to say, "Hey, I'm not going to be that way," and as a result, they kind of mistreat their wives. And when you do things like that, it causes the wife to kind of shut down. She can't grow. It's almost like keeping sunlight off of flowers. Flowers can't bloom when they're hidden in the closet. Okay, but as soon as that sunshine hits them, they start to blossom. And that's what's lacking, that sunlight, that the men, you're the sunlight, to your wife. Not to say your wife absolutely needs you to survive, because, she has the Lord. But it's important that you be that sunlight for her to be that good wife that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people, or not just men, but since this is the topic, I think a lot of time men have decided in their minds what they want in a wife, but then they don't consider what it will take to have that in a wife. And so if you're not willing to be that sunlight and to allow your wife to blossom, if you feel like the spotlight has to be on you,
mm-hmm.
then yeah, I could see that. That would cause trouble, obviously.
Intimidation and fear is a tactic that men use. They can also be very controlling. They want to control everything the wife does, everything that takes place in the family. They want to be in charge of that. Now, some of that could be due to some of their abuse, or some of their treatment from their mother.
Oh, you mean how they were abused or treated
or raised, where the mother was a very domineering type person, and the father was passive, or there was no father. So then in the street, you handle your beat. I'm just saying, that's how they talk in the street. So you got to go in. Guys will go in and trying to establish themselves as the man that the streets has taught them to be. Okay, which is not good. If your wife is fearful of you,
that is not a good thing.
She's not going to give you her best.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
No.
You're going to get bits and pieces. You're going to get a part of something good.
Right.
If you're controlling everything your wife does, you're only going to get parts of that good thing.
And I will go a step farther. Not just from your wife. If you have children and they see that behavior and they know how you treat their mother, then you're losing your children as well.
So true.
You're losing your kids because they see that. And they, sometimes younger kids, they don't fully understand. I have a friend I'll never forget. Her husband was, anyway, very, very abusive. And I'll never forget, she remembered once when her daughter, something had taken place, and her daughter told her that she was going to tell daddy on her. Because she saw how he treated their mother. And they knew, well, all I got to do is tell daddy. He'll whip her into shape. He's going to take care of it. So anyway, yeah, that.
Too, unfortunately, I see this with Christians. And they use the Bible, as the man being the head and all of that good stuff, to kind of manipulate the women.
Not kind of.
Yeah, to manipulate. You hear it in their tones of voices, when they talk.
Tones of voices.
Yeah, many men,
Tones of voice.
Voice, okay. But you can, just the way they speak to them, when they say certain things, they don't ask, they say
Demand.
do, and because they feel like, but that's what they've been taught.
Right.
So they've been taught by their pastors and their preachers, and they probably saw their fathers do the same thing if fathers were around,
And I will say too, that their wives, a lot of times just to keep the peace, have surrendered to that. And basically you train people how to treat you. And if I am allowing you to do that, then I'm basically saying, oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Even if it's just because I want to keep the peace, I don't want confrontation. I want the evening to go smoothly. I don't want him upset and yelling at me, yelling at the kids. And so I'll just go with it.
So, this is to all men. This is just not certain men. There are things that you do and you should, question yourself. Because you may not do it intentionally. It may not be an intentional thing. But you need to ask yourself, am I that way?
Mm-hmm. And then once you finish asking yourself, ask your wife.
Yeah.
Ask your wife.
Because you are stifling the development of your wife. And
if you're stifling your wife, you're stifling your growth. Because we are givers of life.
Right.
That's what we do. We give life.
If you would do what it takes to allow your wife to be the good wife that God has made her to be, it's going to bring the best out of you. Mm-hmm. You're going to have the best of everything. Mm-hmm. Because she's going to see to that.
True story.
She's going to make sure that happens. Mm-hmm. And let me say, the way you go about doing it is forgetting past things, guys. Forget your past. Forget the things you were taught. And do what is right. Okay? Do what's going to benefit your marriage.
Right.
Okay? And the other thing, too, is to comfort your wife. Let her know that all is good when mistakes are made, mm-hmm. or things that you even perceive that are mistakes that she never thought were mistakes. Don't view them as mistakes. Just view them as another way to do things. Talk about, hey, can we do it this way? Allow your wife to be independent in her thinking. Allow her to make decisions. That instills confidence. And then she will give you some things that you'll be happy with. Mm-hmm. Show yourself vulnerable, man. You can't walk around like I'm tough. I'm hard. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. Let your wife know when things hurt you. Let her know when your feelings are hurt.
My feelings hurt.
That's not being a punk. That's not being soft. That's being human. Because women, like she said, they're givers. And if your wife sees that you're hurting, she sees that you're vulnerable, guess what she's going to do?
What?
She is going to do everything she can to change that. And it's going to make you happy.
True story.
True story.
See, these are my contributions tonight. True story.
So because I'm such a great husband to you, tell them how you treat me.
Huh?
She beats me. No, kid.
That's not even funny.
I'm joking.
That's not even funny.
Bad joke.
That's not even
bad
funny.
joke.
That's not funny.
No, we don't allow that at all. That's nothing that happens.
That's not funny.
At all. And that should never happen.
No, it should not.
But, I just, God put that on my heart to talk to the men about this tonight. Because I think you're an important part. You're the head of the household. That's
and
so it's your responsibility.
Maybe that's what we need to be talking about, head of household, and what that actually means.
Yeah,
because that means you are the first to partake.
Right. So I hope this may have been an eye opener for some. Some may have heard these types of things before, but reevaluate.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not the cause that your wife is not that good thing that God has made her to be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Nothing else? That's all I got to say.
And I didn't have much to say anyway. No, I'm kidding. But I don't have anything to add to it.
So, again, we thank everybody for viewing. New viewers, thank you.
Well, if they're here.
If you're here,
then you're probably a new viewer.
Again, like, share, subscribe. And like and share and subscribe some more.
Yeah.
All right? Because we're trying to get the word out that our marriages can be a lot better than people think they can be.
Yeah.
All right?
So let's go save the world.
All righty. So
one marriage at a time.
Okay. All right. She's very excited. So, all right. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week here on The Hunt for Harmony, 7:30 on YouTube.
Bye-bye.
Take care.